Hey guys, so it's like fucking 12 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to go to bed, but yeah, I'm just annoyed right now because I just have a feeling I'm gonna go to work later on and it's gonna look like shit. So um Monday, what today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So Monday when I left, I did the cardboard. There was a little bit of lab. I mean, maybe 5 boxes, 5, 6 boxes, but like 3, 4 of them were smaller. So had I gotten a chance to take care of them, that the lab would have been fine. Um, there was carpet and some like 20 boxes of plastic. Well, I have a feel I have a feeling the carpet's gonna be piled up. The plastic's gonna be piled up. There's gonna be more lab down there, more cardboard, and if I bring it up to my boss, she's gonna say something like, "Well, I told you that's your area. She, not responsible for it." Like my roommate usually goes down there after I leave, so she probably put the carpet in on Tuesday, and or not Tuesday, Monday when I left, and maybe started the plastic and then did the plastic today. That's hoping, because that's normally what she would do. I take care of the cardboard, the lab, the harder stuff, and she takes care of the easier stuff like the luchador, the carpet, the plastic. Um, but I have a feeling I'm gonna go in and it's gonna look like shit. And if I say something, my boss is gonna be like, "Oh well, she was needed up here, and she's not gonna be able to always go down there." It's like you have two other people up here right now. When I left on Monday, when I was leaving, Susan, the first housekeeper, was down in the bathrooms cleaning them up. And then the new girl she hired, another housekeeper, was in the front by the offices when I was going out, and she was cleaning up there. How many fucking people do you need to clean? And I'll bring that up if I go in later on and it looks like shit, I'm gonna flat out bring it's like how many fucking people do you need to clean? You've got Susan doing the bathrooms, you have the new girl doing whatever up here. Why does she have to help out? Why can't she just go down there and bail? It's like Susan asks for help, she gets it. My roommate asks for help, she gets it. I ask for help, I basically get told to shut the fuck up and stop complaining. So I mean, if I go in later on and it looks like shit, I'm flat out fucking leaving. I mean, like, I'm not dealing with this today. There's no reason why this can't be done while I'm not here. She doesn't need 3 fucking people cleaning. It's just she doesn't fucking need it. She hired someone to clean. She's got 3 people essentially cleaning. Why does she need that many? But then when she comes down and sees that I'm backed up, having to do the two baler, and it's like, oh, this is your area. Then I should say, you know what? You're right. This is my area, so I should be taking care of this. So don't fucking ask me to go get the supplies for the supply closet because that's the housekeeper's job. So if you're not gonna help me down here. Don't expect me to do, their job for them. Supplies, that's your guys' job. You've got 3 fucking people who can do it. So don't come to me. People don't like when I throw their logic back in them because it just shows them how fucking flawed their logic is. But if she wants to play that game, like, hey, you don't want to have people help me? Well, then don't expect me to go around and help with garbage. Don't expect me to go around and collect supplies because that's the housekeeper's job. I'm not the housekeeper. My job is to bail, remember? My area is the baler. So, because I'm tired of it. I'm just fucking tired. And this is one reason why I'm not sleeping well at night because I'm fucking stressed out all the fucking time. When I was there the first time, name what was his name? It was like Darnell, I think. Same reason he left, because he just got tired of her bullshit. He's like, yeah, she just doesn't fucking listen. She doesn't fucking want to listen. You try to give her, talk to her about something that's going on down there, and just excuse or justification for why it's like that. So, yeah. But he was like, yeah, he's like, I'm done. He didn't say that to me, but basically he just kind of shook my hand and, have a good one. And I thought he was gonna, I was like, okay, maybe he's just leaving. So I'm like, all right, see you on Friday. But he never came back. He quit. So, like I said, the guy who brings down the lab was like, yeah, she's had like 100 people work for her. And if she treated them the same way she treated me, I can understand, yeah, that's why they left. I can see why they left. It's not a fucking easy job, and anyone who thinks it is, I dare them to come for just an hour or two and to do it. I welcome you to just try my job for an hour or two. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The amount of times you have to bend over in just a minute, it's in fucking insane. Mine's the only job in the factory where you have to put in hard physical manual labor. You have the machines where one person can work 5 machines because they work themselves. You have forklift drivers who don't have to really do anything, because the forklift does it for them. And when the people aren't working machines, they get the boxes with the the yarn in it, and they just take it out and put it on the little things that they have. They're like little that come out. You put them on, and there's no heavy lifting. There's no pushing, pulling, tugging, dragging. At least, uh, in a sense where they'd be struggling because everything they get is on like wheeled, little trolley type things. So they're not having to literally drag the damn thing. So there's not one person in the factory who has to do nearly as much work. So, she always says, "Oh, well, they can easily have their people do the job." And yet they don't because no one wants to do it. It's a shitty fucking job, and every single person I've talked to a lot of the higher ups, a lot of the just the employees, a lot of them say the same thing. No one wants to do it. It's the hottest job in the factory. It's the most labor intensive job in the factory. Um, just no one wants to do it. And they said that she's not able to keep anyone. And I'm like, gee, fucking can't imagine why. But I just have that feeling. Every time I get that feeling, I'm usually right. I'll go in and it's gonna look like shit. And then not only am I gonna have to try to get all that done, but they were cutting tubes on Monday. So I'm probably gonna have like 20 something boxes of fucking tubes that I'm gonna have to try to catch up on. You tell them, hey, I've got a bale over there of tubes that need to go. It takes them 4 fucking hours or more. And then I come in the next day that I'm supposed to, and the fucking bale's still sitting there. So it's like, in theory, when you say do a bale a day, doing a bale a day is not that hard. But getting the forklift drivers to do their goddamn job, that's the hard part. Because like I said, there are times where, I'll do a bale and it's like 9:30 in the morning, right? And I'll say, yeah, there's a bale of tubes if you can get it, go over and get that. 9:30, right? 10 o'clock rolls around, still sitting there. 10:30 rolls around, still sitting there. 11:30 rolls around, still sitting there. I'm calling my landlady to see when she can come get me. She'll say, "Oh yeah, I can pick you up around 12:45." 12:45 rolls around. It's still sitting there. I come back the next day, the next day that I'm supposed to. It's still fucking sitting there. If only there was some kind of device, that I could use that could, make my life easier, that I could just do it myself. Oh, yeah, that's right. There is, but I'm not allowed to use it. Like I said, I dare anyone to come just for a day. Just a day. You'll be exhausted just fucking watching. That's how bad it is down there. You'll be exhausted just from fucking watching me. The amount of times I have to bend over. As I've said before, the amount of times I feel like a methed up whore on a fucking Friday night. I'm just bending and bending and bending and bending. And just when I thought I finally got done, nope, then you're bending some more. And anyone, no matter how fit you are, imagine what you're doing to your back, especially when you're tall, like me, and you have to pretty much bend over to the ground because that's where they are. They're like this high off the ground. Once you get to the bottom, they're on the pallet, which is maybe that, tall, and then so they're all the way pretty much to the ground. And I have to keep bending over and bending over, bending over. And imagine that with 15 stacks or so of cardboard. And then there's the lab. And lab can be the size of my fucking bed, like the length of my bed. And then I've got to try to bend over and try to fold it in a way. And then I've got to try to pick it up and keep it folded. And then I've got to try to shove it into the fucking baler and play Tetris with the goddamn thing so that way it fits. And then it opens up, smacks me in the fucking face, cuts into my gums. So, like I said, people will get exhausted just watching. I'm sure most of you get exhausted just hearing it. It's like, wow, that does sound like fucking a lot. Because it is. It really is. In theory, it's an easy job. It's like, what do you do? Oh, well, I put stuff in the baler. Sounds simple. And then you actually have to do it. But I have a feeling. I've got a feeling. I'm gonna go in tomorrow and it's gonna look like shit. I mean, when I left on Monday, there wasn't really any cardboard anywhere else in the factory. But that doesn't mean anything. There are times I've left and there's been nothing, and I'll come down, there's 15 fucking piles. I'm like, where the fuck did all this come from? Secret Area X. It's a place in the factory you don't know about. Um, but yeah, cardboard got done for the most part. There was no luchador, and carpet plastic needed to be done. But if I go in tomorrow and it's not done, and I go talk to her and she gives that fucking excuse of, oh, it's your area, you're the one supposed to get it done, I swear I'm going to flip my fucking shit. And that is when I might have to go to HR, because if you can only talk to your boss so many fucking times, and if she refuses to listen, you have to go. Because like I said, why does she need 3 fucking people to clean? There's 5 hours, they get 5 hours a day. Surely one person, even 2 people is enough to clean what needs to be cleaned. Why do they need 3? So, yeah, that's one reason, pretty much why I can't sleep, because I am just pissed off, I'm annoyed, stressed out. I had to go pluck out a few more fucking gray hairs because I've been so fucking stressed out lately. And again, I would just like, I would love to be able to just do, you know, YouTube full time, but I'm not going to turn myself into a fucking Chris and Nick channel to do that. So, fortunately, I just have to keep fucking dealing with this shit because every other job's going to be the same. I'm always fucking treated differently. I walk in, I'm 6'4", then they're like, oh, you can do so much. I go in asking for like a fucking a register job, but they're like, oh, we'll have you stock, and then they always have me stocking the heaviest fucking shit. When I worked at SeaWorld, same thing. We had to move tables, like these big fucking aluminum metal picnic tables to the lake area. There's like, what was it, 36 of them. It was quite a few trips. I think we were only able to get, what was it, 4 or 8? It was like 8 of them in the truck. Yeah, I think it was like 8 of them, but I was picking these tables up by my fucking self. You know, I was these heavy fucking tables. I was just like, oof. Of course, this was back. I was like fucking 23, so I was a lot stronger back then. I wasn't nearly as much pain, but I was like picking these fucking heavy tables up, and after a while, I just got tired and I just started dragging them. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this anymore. It's like because we got 30 fucking 8 of these goddamn things, but you know, the people saw me. They're like, oh well, you know, he's on his own, so instead of helping him, let's just continue working with each other, and he can just do it by himself. Ingles, the sign, they've got me up there on a fucking rickety 30-foot ladder because I'm tallest and I can reach, you know, the higher part of the sign. You know, just ignore the fact that I had to stand on that top step, the one that they say not to stand on top of. And as I'm standing up on it, the ladder's doing. And then when I complain about it to the freaking boss and say, hey, how this is fucking unsafe, I get yelled at like it's my fucking problem, like I'm the crazy one. It's like, do you know how unsafe that is? And then she's like, I'll have one of the girls go out there with you. Yeah, because a fucking 5'4" girl is gonna be able to stop this ladder from falling down. Burger King, same thing. Anything that was heavy and needed to get done, I was the one who did it. Sometimes I just want to fucking cut myself off at the knees and just fucking shrink. So tired of being treated differently because I'm tall. And it's weird because every job I've had, I've always been the tallest. When I worked at the nursing home, tallest. SeaWorld, tallest. Ingles, tallest. Burger King, tallest. Dollar General, tallest. The factory, of all the fucking people in the factory, I'm the tallest. Where are all the tall people working in these jobs? Let's see. Speedway, tallest. Um, when I worked at Valero, I think there was one guy who was like my height. So, other than that, every single fucking job, I've been the tallest. So, obviously, I get treated differently. Just tired of it. Just fucking tired of it. I'm just, I'm already a fucking grumpy old man. 34 fucking years old, and I'm already a grumpy old man. I'm just so tired of everyone's shit. I'm tired of everything. If I could just go to sleep right now and never fucking have to wake up again, I would be perfectly fine. Like, I'm so tired of everything. Anyways, that's enough ranting for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.